I guess that works.
Time to maybe relax on your side. Gonna be here with the new Christmas stuff.
you see, I put the effort in. It doesn't really. It's not gonna go to being an input. Being a little input. That's what I call it, a little input. So what have we got? Anyone been watching? No, it's kind of gone a bit thingy, isn't it? You'd thought I would have thought more people were being a little input. Okay. Right, but yeah, I hope everyone's been having a slamming. Well, it's been a while actually. Yeah. Why was that? I'll be honest with you. I found that I got in I sort of K-holed. There's some guy who's called Dash, and he does like these Final Fantasy VII speedruns. And it's just something about his video or his streaming style, which I was really. I just had like my like autistic hyperfixation happened, and I was just like, because he's doing like a Final Fantasy VII speed run, but it's like 100%, and it's just the absolute ballbuster one because it's like takes him like 15. It took him like 15 hours to do, and to give you a little context, because I was off yesterday, so I had a day off. I think he started because he did start as well. I think he started about 3:30. So that was about an hour and 45 minutes ago. And he was just talking about he was going through the run, but he's really good at it because he talks about like the processes, and it just makes it so much more interesting. Because when you're like actually listening to it, and he's actually telling you what's happening. Because there's someone else I follow, Caleb. He's an absolute old timer. He's been doing it for like I swear I remember him like seeing like clips of him in videos from like about like almost like a decade ago. He's like an actual Jew. So he does do the same. He does the like Final Fantasy stuff, and he also does Mega Man, which I'm not really into because I just didn't grow up with Mega Man. But he just doesn't talk about it. And you know, it was really funny because like I started watching that Dash guy, and I watched it till about 7 o'clock. That's what I'm talking about. And I just was like, oh, well, I can't be bothered to. Because his chat, he's not very big at the moment. Because I think he will start to become like really big. So when he become really big, if I write anything in the chat, he basically answers it, which sometimes is a bit intimidating. So I just sometimes want to shoot the shit, and it's like a bit distracting when you know like anything you're going to read is just going to be read out. So you just kind of like try to pick that. But anyway, he probably will start to come a bit more popular because I think he's just got a very good way of doing it. I'd recommend Dash Speedrun. I think we'll probably find him. He's like long blonde hair, goatee, and he plays drums. Really nice guy. He's just like he's one of those like genuine, honest, like really nice guys that I just think like you'll see online. I think you can normally sort of tell. Because it just seems like he's never, when he's talking about anything, he's never wants to push the envelope, or he doesn't want to like just make anything a little bit risque or say anything. So it's too hard for me. I'm always just gonna say something. It's just like I'm like gonna always be a brand risk. That's why it's like for me, I'm kind of like I'm in the gutter, so I'm allowed to like just kind of like make inflammatory, obscene things because I've got no one's got any power with me yet. I mean the platform does, I suppose, but like, I'm not making any money. So it's not like I'm under their like farm. It only starts to become a problem once you like have brand deals and stuff. And you have to be like super squeaky clean. But he was doing a streamathon, and it got to like so it was like every dollar that someone donated, he got like a minute was added to the timer, and it went out to like 70 hours. So what's that? Bit quick math. 60 times 70. Well, 6 times 7 is 42, isn't it? So it's 4,200, surely, isn't it? I think that's right. Because 6 times 7 is, yeah, 42. Then you just add the two zeros on the end, don't you? So he's made, like, yeah, like £4,200. Sorry, $4,200 from that stream I put on. And obviously, I guess YouTube's going to take, like, a big chunk of that, isn't it? It's going to take, like, 40% probably. So he might potentially, and all the other like just donations that people are just going to be like putting in and subs. But yeah, he's probably looking at a good Christmas, maybe like 3 grand, for a couple grand. Um, and it's a good little money maker for him because obviously he doesn't. It's not his bread and butter. He has a job, so it's a good little way of doing it. Would I don't like. I don't have the skill. And that's something as well. I think I just could comment. I just had to praise him on was just the scale of like sitting down for 15 hours and just playing a game. Like it's just great. It's just amazing that there's just people out there who are willing to do that. 'Cause I just couldn't. And that's just amazing. That's just. I'm not gonna like. I just think that just if you just look at that as just, and the fact is like he does fail, and he had failed. He got to like 11 hours in, and he failed. So he was at like the last like couple of hours, 3 or 4 hours, and he failed. And it just shows the. So I went to sleep afterwards. I just kind of forgot about it, and then I had my dinner and I just went to sleep. And I was like, I woke up at like I was like 5:30 or something like that. And I was just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be awake now. And I just like went on my computer and it was just like he was still on. He was still on. He was like on the like 13th hour or something like that. And he was just about fighting Emerald Weapon. He was like doing like the mop ups of like the um all the characters. So I think he was trying to like do the limit. Well, no, he killed the Emerald Weapon to get the Earth Harp, and then he got the huge materia. Um, and then it was like he went to this island where you can fight cactuars, and the cactuars got like these like I think it's an attack it does with 1,000 needles or something, and it like makes your attack go to 1. So what you just do is you just go in there and just farm um like limit breaks, so you can just sit there and just like get like 7 or 8 limit breaks out. Um, you just like level up your limits like really quick, and then he was like, you gotta get all of the enemy skills, so you gotta know exactly organically where to get it. And there's like there's a few items in the game which are just actually fucked. Like I was like watching a video, I quite completely like I didn't know he was even gonna do that, which is another reason I was fascinated because I literally like on Monday I watched a video. Oh my god. Uh, Sorry, it's just my guinea pig has just gone on top of a cage, but I wasn't aware it could do. It's okay, but it's just like there's like nothing up there for it to do. Also, her. Everything's good. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder what she'll do. She's just gonna like just chill up there. She's like the first times. Because I was thinking I can make it like a little bridge, which I might do, and there'll be a way for them to go over, which I think would be cool. Alright, fine. She's just on top. I just gotta make sure because it's not like completely got cardboard all around. I just don't want her to like spray the wall. Because they do that when they go to new places. And also, I don't want them to come out. Like, there might be a chance she could fall out. I don't think she could. I really don't. I don't think she can get out. All right, fine. If she's gonna go up there, then I can. That's fine. I don't even need to. I mean, the wood would be fun because then it just means that they can get across, and it just opens up a bit more. But all right, she's. I presume if she can do it, the rest will be able to. That's the thing. They can sort of like get up on their hind legs, and then they. It is quite funny because they do like they almost like stretch. They look quite funny when they actually do like if you do like hold it up. So if you pick a guinea pig up and you kind of put it like that, set they're up like quite long. They're just kind of like almost like little accordions. Um, yeah, yeah. And then it was just like he was at the last end of the game, and he did it, and somehow like he had a massive cock up, but he managed to he was only a minute off like the world record. I think the thing for me that just kind of would drive me insane is just as well as two things. Is the fact you were so damn close that you would just be going through every shitty mistake that you made and just feel like it's like when you'd if you ran and go for a bus, you'd like go to the bus stop and then you miss the bus. It's just you then just think, oh, if I'd only done this something 10 seconds quicker, I would have got it. And that's that feeling, especially when it's like you've spent 15 hours on it. So to emulate that again, you're gonna have to do that. And also, he had some god tier RNG, like random number generations of certain drops and stuff of some of the like when you have to steal loads of like items off like characters. And the thing is like the steal rate isn't always like particularly good. Or hang on, just trying to make sure she can get down. She's trying. Are you gonna do it? Oh my goodness. Sorry, I think she can get down. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, alright, she did it. Yeah, fine. It probably isn't that high for them, but I just think they are a bit more adventurous, she is. Snowball too. Yeah. And then I watched that, and he finished at just before I started work, like 8. And as soon as he was done, I went on to see what else was on. It was like Caleb was just online as well, and he was doing he was doing a Final Fantasy run as well, and he was doing the one where you have to fight all the bosses, which pretty much that does open up more because it does actually mean you need to actually pretty much play the game without doing any skips, and you've also got to do the Wu Tai, which is kind of like a DLC. It was just you don't have to do it. Whatever. There's another secret. Oh, yeah, Emerald and Ruby, obviously. And then you're just not allowed to do any of the Midgar skip because you have to fight Proud Claude and you've got to fight you obviously fight Hojo, but. It's just it's interesting because it's just the game has just been so broken. But the one thing that I asked, which I was quite interested about, is do you think they'll ever just have a skip where you can just get out of Midgard? Because for whatever reason, there seems to just be no quick way of being able to get out of the first. No matter how quick they do it, you're just going to be spending the first couple of hours just in Midgard. Because the whole part, first part, where you're just doing all the shit in Midgard, blowing up the reactor, meeting Tifa, meeting Avalanche, then going to blow up the other reactor. It's a trap. You got to meet Aerith. Then you got to take Aerith back home. Then the whole shit with Tifa happens, and then you got to go meet Don Corleone. All of that, it just takes absolutely 2 or 3 hours. Just no matter how quick you do it. And basically, just the whole time, you're just not even really attacking. Or the only time, if you're attacking the bosses, you just use grenades because it's broken. All the items are fucked. He's never thought like some asshole's gonna like buy like 60 grenades and just use them to like just kill the boss. But basically, up until Midgar, you can just basically just spam using grenades, just kill all the bosses really easy. Um, and then like on Caleb's one, he was like doing it. Oh, what was it he fucked up on? I think he was fighting Ruby Weapon, and he did something, and it just lost him the game. It does some move which makes all your characters turn into like frogs, and like it just gives them like all the worst effects or something. And he was like, I think he something like that had happened because I just looked away. I wasn't like paying attention, and then he started getting really angry, and I was actually like, again, his chat's not like that like big, so I didn't want to wind him up. I just kept like saying, "Oh, hello, Glad Jonas," just because like he did like slam the desk. I was like, I have seen a couple of videos of Caleb where he's like actually like lost it and like just picked up a stool and just like fucking thrown it, launched it across this like living room. So I was like, I know he's prone to doing it. It's just, and it was like 9 hours as well. It was like a colossal fuck up. It's one of those things where it's just like, and it was something really minor. He went into the fight without switching Sid's weapon to like the javelin. I think that I just remember that was the way he said. So just that is like literally the insanity of what you got to do is you got to go to every single boss fight, and in your brain you got to know exactly what you're fucking goddamn doing. And you would obviously would, but it's just these are the sort of things that you will just make mistakes on because again, you're playing a game for 9 hours, so you get fucking 15 hours. It's like almost double. It's just actually mental. It's like mentally draining. It's so that's why when I watch his stuff, it's like I see it with like a level of like just endurance. I even wrote, I was like, I don't think I could actually just stream for 4 hours. I think the longest I have actually ever done was like maybe 4 or 5 hours when I got Battlefield 6 on the first day. So yeah, maybe I could, but even then, it's just like social commitments. I don't want to sound like mean to him because obviously he has a job and he's taking time off, but it's just practicing that would just be a nightmare. Presumably, he does it in chunks, like when you're not doing it live, but just because to do one of those, it's like how many times like, are you going to have the time to do that? Especially if he's got a wife. He pretty much would have to like wake up, and it's just as soon as you wake up, I think that's what he's done because he's like having coffee and it's the morning. As soon as you wake up, you just go like, yeah, log on, and then you can So let's say that you log on at 8. Yeah, you'd finish at like midnight, I suppose, wouldn't you? Oh, it's crazy. It is actually crazy. It's just daunting. And then in that time as well, you got to like juggle your own body needs as well. So he has to like, there's certain cutscenes in the game where he knows he can like go and have a shit and have a piss. But in general, if you're just like caught out and you just like need a piss, you got to like try and think of like a clever time to do it. Not, and again, you're going to joke and say that doesn't, but it did because that actually, I think that you could argue that cost him the minute because he was only a minute off the world. Because that's the thing. A lot of those records, it's just I'm not even discrediting how hard it is because it is really hard. But I'm just saying the other thing as well is it's just how many people actually are going to have the time and patience to even sit and do one of those. So that's why I believe that he probably was a minute off the world record because I bet there is probably only like a handful of people in the world who probably can do that because it's just the level and I don't know if I've seen Caleb ever try one of those. I'm sure he has because his streams like that one when he easily go for 8 hours, 9 hours. But there's just something very, very I guess commendable about because it just that sort of just kind of like brings me back to what I'd say like the old school of what I want streaming to just go back to being. It's just not even like people just doing fucking just talk. I know, ironically, I'm doing that now, but um, you just want people to be playing games and just doing stuff that's like a little bit more like harmless and just like have the complete stimulus. You can't have like something slow and thought out. Everything's just got to be like, and I know why the reason that is, and you're not allowed to talk about it, but basically, it's better for like companies have dumb people. It's better. Basically, it's better in the world. Essentially, this is like is that they want people to be stupid because stupid people are like very easy to entertain and they're very like thankful for things. They don't really ask for a lot. Um, and you're probably thinking, well, that's fine, right? Because in my opinion, it's like I don't care. Like in general, like I suppose there are like just stupid people as like an offset. But I think what they're doing is they're trying to replace smart people, just specifically with stupid people, because it will make them more money. But it's just not going to progress the planet. It's like if an alien species was going to look down at us and just see what's happening, they'd be like, "Nah, this is ridiculous." Like, you're just going to end up just having like it's going to become like Abe's Odyssey, where you just have like a couple of the Gluckans who'll just be like white people, like probably Jewish people, like a couple of white people. They'll be like the Gluckans who are just the ones making all of the like, big decisions, and you're just gonna have like offsets of just like Indians who'll probably be like the. No, you have black people who. That's like what they want. Because again, it's like I'm talking way too high concept, but money's just a bit of a broken concept. I know people won't believe me because the first thing people will just say is like, well, what other system is there? But you can't really say that because we just haven't. We're just not really realistically going to explain another situation, are we? Because it's just always going to fall on some bullshit reason why money is just the best reason. And the only reason people, the people who are going to like be talk about the most are the people with a lot of money because they obviously don't want money to like run out or the money to change because they know that that'll just ruin it. Like if we just decided like I mean, I don't even know like what that even means. Like, but do you know what I mean? It's just like you can just change things in a way. It's the same with just like people were saying, oh, you do realize like Qatar just owns like 50% of London. I just made a sort of snarky remark saying, yeah, it'll just be even more satisfying when we just take it from them because what are they going to do? Like, it's what the properties in London, or just say, oh, we don't care. We just like we just put people in them. What are you going to do? You're gonna send some scary Qatari like I don't know military to come take us out, start a world war over it. They might do. They've probably got nothing better to do. I don't know how good they'll fare out. I know like we're a bit of a laughing stock, but I still think like our British Air Force is probably better than the Saudi Arabian one. But that's it. It's just like you can just change stuff. People are already trying to do that. They're trying to like move off fear. But there's a reason why they want to hold back on that again because they don't want to change the metric. Because once they do that, the people in power aren't going to be in power anymore. So it's in their best interest to do it. And like money is just one of the easiest ways to make control. That's why Jesus whipped the bankers out because he didn't want people to use money. But a certain race or religion doesn't mind about usury. Anyway, let's get on to some funny Nicholas Diorio because I know I was certainly getting withdrawals from it. So it's just good. So we've got Hassan Piker is a total grifter. Heath and Klein exposed his sus China takes. So again, we've got quite good layers with this, and I like this because, again, I'm not really making any money anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But again, I'm just leeching off the content, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm sure people, if you want to go for like Nicholas Jory, Ethan, Hassan, feel free to do so. I do not mind. And this is all transformative. I intend to stop it at frequent relevant times. I think it is like 30 seconds. I feel like that's like dependent, because sometimes if someone's talking about like a big anecdote, I suppose it depends. But I'm sure people on sat there with a stopwatch, are they? Unless you're just an absolute, maybe like Logan Paul would. And this is it. It's coming to the fun time of year now, where I've got my Christmas party coming up as well on Thursday, so I've got Friday off. But then, I'm coming into the office, so I'll get to meet loads of people, so it's going to be really nice and overstimulating. But it's okay, because like I said, I've got Friday off, so I'll get like a longer weekend. And at least it's like, hopefully I could just expect like food and drink at least. Like, if I can just get a little bit tipsy and then I can just sort of sneak out at 5 or maybe a little bit earlier, that'd be quite nice. Because it's just like, so I was like, it's a whole day thing. Yeah, it is. I was like, okay. I'm just gonna come in then. She was like, oh yeah, do you want to like come out for a meal? I thought, don't want to sound mean. I might just say I'm going to see my kids. No, I can't, because I said I'll see them next week. Which I am. I'll think of something. For a day to think mull day over. But, yeah, I don't think there was like a Secret Santas or anything like that. But we've had a massive like change in personnel. Like our CEO dropped out. It's massive. Because it's not even like... it wasn't like... I don't think it was like he got offered a new job. I think something bad happened. But I'm not allowed to talk. Well, that doesn't really matter because you don't know what company I am, but... Very weird and awkward time to do it, isn't it? So we're all in a bit of limbo at the moment. So, well, I guess we'll see. But I think we hit the target. So allegedly, I might get some more money in December, which would be sick. And I think that fits quite well because in this country, you got to pay like your council tax, but you only pay it 10 times a year. So I think you get 2-week months off. I think it might be January and February, and that is nice because like, it is like a decent chunk of money. Like I don't want to be a gauche about it, but it is in like the triple kind of the triple digits. You just got to pay every month. But there's 2 months a year where you don't, because it's only 10 times. But so it's like a nice little respite. And then obviously you just got like the absolute winter. So like my energy. So what I'm doing is I've got these like 2 massive radios, and I just tap them on. Even if I have those on for just about 10 minutes. Makes the room really nice. So I did that this morning, and that normally will take me up until about 3. And then if it's still like a bit chilly, again, that's just what you do. I just like top up the rate, and it's like one right next to the Guineas as well, so it's like perfect for them. It hasn't. I mean, it had. I had. It did get to like -2 last week. It was like last Tuesday or something. I just recall it being absolutely freezing. It wasn't until like I looked at the thing and I realized it was a massive cold snap that just so happened. So that's basically like what I'm expecting January, and I can kind of brace myself for that. And then my parents gave me a little 2-bar heater. So I could have it like even here, and you just like plug it in. It doesn't use that much electricity because I've got like one of these smart things that just tells you like exactly how many pennies you're spending. Like, at the moment, I'm spending 10p an hour on the electricity. So that's probably what that light. Well, that's batteries. There's a light on up there, the TV, the PS5, the computer, then all the dormant kitchen stuff. So you've got like the things like the refrigerator, which has to kind of always be on, and it's probably mostly the fridge, because the fridge and freezer have to basically like be maintained every like. So basically how it works, it'll be like every like couple of hours, once the temperature drops, it will like turn back on. The chlorofluorocarbons like take heat out of the atmosphere, make it go and like exothermic, so become cold. It's the magic of how a fridge works. Alright, let's go. It's only an hour long though, so no, not the rate I do it. If I left it playing, I would finish probably by the time I start, but I've been yapping too much. But you know, I'm a big narcissist, so I'm gonna talk. I use this as my therapy, and this probably is the best therapy. I should just talk into the void, not even talking to like my chat or anything. Like that. Just talking into the void. All right.
We were already white Chinese in this chat. I've already become full Chinese, okay? Let me just start by saying that. It's fucking sick.
At least you could see like my reactions now when I'm doing it.
Abundant style consumption paired up with 1950s Soviet era building blocks next to the
So like, Hassan looks insane. I'm not gonna probably like make a comment and try and like looks max against him, because I don't know, like his head is so small. I just think that makes like that's his like my, because he's taller than me and he's like bigger than me. He is like more muscular than me. So I'd say he's got that going for me. But like I think I know it sounds a bit arrogant. It's like I think my head's just the best shape. And he's got weird glasses as well, so he's like he hasn't got good eyesight. He's like hair, like literally, you know, I have like, lovely hair, nice thick Chicago hair. It's all that inbreeding, dude. He's got like this stupid like queer man's mustache. I just don't know. I just hate that kind of that Monaco guy. It's like, it's not like hipster. It's just douchey. So you just know if you're gonna meet like a. He's not white. That's my other thing I'm gonna say. He's not white. He keeps doing like the whole. Sometimes he's white. Sometimes he's Arab. He is Arab. I, being like a you know racist Brit. If I just look at him, I'll just say he looks like he's like Turkish or like yeah. He just looks. Arab. And saying he looks Arab is even more offensive, because I don't think Turkish like that. But he's not. I wouldn't even say he's like European. I would go further across. I'd say yeah, he's like Middle Eastern or definitely like Muslim or some kind of Muslim, or potentially like African. some of the. You know, maybe he's from Yemen. Maybe he's got a KFC at Yemen. So yeah, so there's that, and I just think like it's just gonna not go well, because if they just put an open poll to it, everyone out of bad faith is just gonna pick Hassan regardless. And it's just because he's Muslim, people just pick him, and also because I'm a straight white man. like black people and Indians will vote for him as well. And it just that's the problem. It's just I need to know who's voting because it's annoying when like, especially because on X, Elon hid the whole hide what you like thing. And it was annoying because it was always like a really good tool to be able to just go in it, and I just always like have a look, and I just see like all these like black faces, and I just feel like it'd just be like some white guy. There'd be someone's put a video of, I don't know, some black people who dine and dash, and then there'll be a comment from a white person who will say like, "Oh, black people," I don't know. Black people just always seem to be the culprits. Actually, I guess there's. Well, I don't know. It's just like there's just this level of like unaccountability. I think, which probably just comes from. Because then the retort would just be from a black person. He'll just say, like, "Oh, white people." It'd just be something ridiculous. It would just basically end up being like they're the victims still somehow. Because like they'll like complain that they're like trapped in the white man society, so they lash out as a way of like. And that's just another. When they say that, what they don't realize is that that's just another like them admitting they just rather just be with their own ilk. They want to go back to the African plains and just do barbarian whatever they do over there. It's not going to be a functioning society like here. You're going to go to like, I don't know, Somalia, Sudan. It's not going to be like even in the shithole London is. It's not going to be even like that. It's like you don't even have roads. It's all just going to be like dirt track and no running water probably. And if it is, I doubt it. Very much doubt it'll be clean. You're certainly going to have to drink bottled water. You know what I mean? It's just like, and there was a video of like some dude. Well, I don't even know because everything's just fake, and that's the problem because you've got two signs of gaslighting now. Because people know that people usually will check on the comments to see if people like are like talking if it's fake or not. But now you've got like the sort of Indians and the Muslims who are like again who are trying to like psyops, so they lie and they'll just say everything is AI. So then they hope that people are going to go and look at it, and they'll just see like a top comment because again they have like the bot farms and the like farms and all the other Indians and stuff to like just boost it up because it's the ESAT system. So Indians have this fucked up system called the ESAT system, and it basically just means that like their soul has like a score, and if anyone challenges them, like they've done something wrong, if they lose that argument or it's proven they are wrong, they lose ESAT. And essentially I think it's like if there's ESAT's really bad, they'll come back as like Indian again, or some kind of like bottom feeder animal or something like that. It's something to do with resurrection. So like because of that, and also like your ESAT is affected by like your family and people who know you. So like one of the worst things you can do to an Indian is actually like shame them in front of their family, and that's why a lot of suicides happen in Indian communities because they do that. Unfortunately, like there's maybe some bad news that they don't pass an exam and it brings bad ESAT. I'm not kidding. And then it's like they do that because they try to preserve whatever ESAT they have. But all it does is it basically proves that well, it kind of explains like why Indians just go absolutely haywire. So when Taylor of Olivia did that video where he had the poo, he was getting death threats, and that explains it because like India's ESAT was being challenged, the whole of India. So every Indian, it was their mission to like try to preserve their ESAT by taking them out. And it's why we can't work with Indians, because they do the same thing at work. When you hire an Indian, they want to hire other Indians because then they build an ESAT, then their score goes up. So they don't want to hire white people because it's like I don't think it lowers their ESAT, but it doesn't do anything to it. And also, if an Indian guy hires you, they owe you. ease out, so they'll be like more subservient to you, and the boss is like that. Whereas they know if they hire a white person, if the Indian boss starts yelling at him, the white guys won't probably start yelling back and saying, "You can't talk to me like that." The Indian guy's not going to do that because he knows he's too scared. He'll go back to India.
Store. If there was more, if there was ever a country that represented things that I enjoy so much personally.
We don't get to see Nick's real face, which is a shame. But that probably goes again with the comments I was just making about Hassan. I get it. It's cruel out there. People are going to say nasty things, especially about the way you look. But the thing you got to notice and realize is that I will probably take a good guess that anyone who's going to make fun of my looks, I probably will be better looking than them. I'm just going to say that. I just say that just because, as arrogant as it sounds, I just think like probably if you're like better looking than me, you probably got quite a happy life. I'm generally quite a happy person. I think like, I'm quite happy myself. I like to laugh more than get angry. I really don't get angry like a huge amount. I might have rants, but they're not like generally filled with vitriol. I don't think I generally have any hate for people. I just dislike. Well, I dislike like the way I suppose that the government's running out in my country, and like I dislike certain, I suppose, and that's the thing, isn't it? It's like the whole term of being racist has just been now being like completely put into like a different perspective because as people are waking up and they keep seeing the videos of like India and just how messed up it is, and like Pakistan's just got a fucking trash river, and it's like it's so hard to just not have a bias. And then just like more even just like do we even care? Just because like why should we be shamed for having that? Like who are these people to tell us that? Like it's like why would how would I expect to just like move into like a some country in Africa and I just tell all like the black people there that they're just being racist and they just get what that's like that. It's like if I went to like the Congo and I just was telling like when I went there like they were just calling me like white boy and just like you whitey or what do you want here, or just they would just charge me more money because I'm white, or try and mug me because I'm white. Or like the police just don't treat me as well because I'm white, and these are all like the sort of subtle bits of racism that just like they get palmed off as just being like, oh no, it's just the way they are, or just like, some shitty like excuse. It's like I've forgotten what it's called. It's called like is it the expectation of doubt? Is that what it is, or something? It's just like it's like where you just kind of you're almost just assuming you're like the person you're talking about is just like is almost like too stupid that they're allowed to be like just like that, and it's like doesn't really make sense because you're just accepting that they are dumb. You're like, oh, it's because of the culture they come from. It's like that, and it's like, well, how far can that extend? Oh, well, Raj uses the ESAT system, so you know that's just the way it goes. So he's allowed to just like discriminate the men, like the guys at work, because he'll hire like all of the white women because he wants them to like be in his remit, because then he can use his powers to try and be pervy with them, which happens. And he doesn't want to put any white guys in because he doesn't want like well, they might like they'll challenge him and potentially like they might like worm their way and become the boss. They don't want that. Whereas they know if they hire a bunch of Indians, they'll just be like really like subservient to them, and you can like yell at them a bit and just kind of like be a bit cruel. And then you bring their caste system in as well, so they're just like, it will just, the boss just like, literally just has like, and it's happened. I work with Citibank. No. Yeah, Citigroup. Citibank. And it was fucked. The whole team was just Indians. I hated speaking to the guy. I hated him. He was the biggest prick. He always had. I'm not even gonna try and like, I mean, there's probably so many of these people. He was just the person I hated speaking to the most. He always had some bone to pick. It was always just the most. It was always like they were like just demanding stuff was being done for them and it's just the Indian. It's like that Indian arrogance. He just thinks he just thought he was the biggest account, which he wasn't. He was a key account, but he was not the biggest. So we were like trying not to piss him off, but then at the same time, it's like he just thinks he wasn't. I think they were like number 5. They weren't even like our top, one of our biggest. It's like you try to explain to them the process. You're like, we've only got like 5 or 6 people developing stuff, and they can only make this much things. He's like, I don't care. We need this all done for our next QBR. I'm like, fuck you and your ESAT. Kiss my giant dick and balls. Well, I don't have a giant dick and balls.
Okay, guys, let's get started. So we've got some Yeet stuff to look at here. You know what we're gonna do?
I really thought Yeet would be Indian. He might still be. I mean, this is the gaslighting as well. It's like, even if they are like from quote unquote India, this is the big thing we're not gonna be able to sort out. It's just like, it's either we're gonna have that flag system, and that is gonna like actually mean like where you're from, or you're just gonna have a flag thing for where do you live. And I think this is the line that's being blurred, isn't it? It's just like, there's plenty of people here who are like basically here on the fact the ultimate thing that people you got to remember is we've opened the borders to them. It's migration, right? It's like, that's our choice. That someone has like said at some point, like, yeah, we want to have immigrants in. So it should, in that sense, be in every right that we just can decide it's just not working out, and therefore we don't want it. And there's just nothing wrong with that. I think that's the problem, is because the people who are obviously like angry are going to be the immigrants, aren't they? And women, because women love to like. Women love to gang up with the immigrants because it's like the underdog sort of thing, and that's why and that's the other like horrible like thing the women don't see is the immigrants will treat them really well because they will like they like want to have sleep with them. I mean, that doesn't always work that way. Shit, I'm not gonna piss around. It doesn't always work like that. Because sometimes they get like a bit R-wordy, but I think like in general, if you've got like not illegal immigrants who just can't speak English, like actual immigrant, like people of color, like first generation, they'll be like really like nice to like the women because they like want to sleep with them, and like their whole like MO is just to convince women that white people are like the worst. And that's what they'll do. They'll just spend all their time just like trying to like be the nice guys to like these women. And that's why every time I ask that any story where a woman says, I automatically will say, what race are they? And they always never tell me, or they just refute. They get all weird about it, and that's the psyops. It's the psyops because they've all been taught. They think I'm racist for asking that, but the psyops is they've been taught to not tell people because they don't want other people to figure out. But I bet you it will be like it'll be some Muslim guy or some Indian guy. A teacher will be black or Jewish woman. You're not allowed to ask it because we've been taught everyone's the same. So that's the problem. It's just we've just been told that everyone's just some fuck, and it's not true. It's like, what's the point of having skin color? What's the point of having different cultures?
We're gonna do this second to make it easier on me when we edit. I want to take a look at the new video
Oh,
Ethan
no.
Klein, featuring Girl with a Microphone, going over Hassan, China, Pike.
What's really funny is like we're talking like about like looks matches, like Nicholas Dioro and Girl with a Microphone, like they look like the brother and sister. I think like she's a lesbian, so I think that's okay for me to say like nasty things about her. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't matter anyway, because I think if women aren't like women anymore, are they? That's the thing. If like women relinquished their rights and they didn't work and they weren't in the same remit as men, I wouldn't do that. I would never. Very shy, very timid. very submissive. Let's my dad do like, and that's what she wants, and that's what men want. And like she doesn't like it if I swear in front of her, so I usually won't. And I think that's nice. It's like, so I respect that. But the reason I do that is because I know she's a woman. She's like an old school proper lady who is like submissive to the man and raised 3 boys really well. So I'll make the effort. But like any girls you're gonna meet now, they're modern women. They're not the same. That's the thing. They're not the same. They're like programmed to hate. Generally, it'll be white men, straight white men. Because again, you got to think of the psyops. Like, who are the enemies who are probably doing that? They're taught that everyone's opinion is the same, and all men are the same. So then they probably are gonna get like, they're gonna have like sex, and they're probably gonna have like a bad experience with like a person of color or a black person. But because they get taught all men are the same, if a black woman like does something a bit naughty to a white woman, the white woman will just think all men are like that, and that's a trauma that she'll have for the rest of her life, and she's basically ruined because any relationship she'll just have, women just cannot heal from that trauma. It's like, that's why it is actually the job of like the white men to really guard women, because it's apparent that enemies are aware of this and they're using it to like just destroy our women. They know that women they emotionally bond to the first person they really have sex with, which is why like in a really like, and they've basically made the term of like trying to go for virgins being like the most pedophilic thing, because they know like that's the thing that brings the most shame. But secretly, that's actually almost the key thing you're trying to look for with a woman. Is if you try and be with a woman who's got like who's the most pure and has like the least amount of like exposure to other men, they generally will be the most faithful. Which is why the best way to counter this is just to ban women from using social media until they're 30. I think that just kind of resolve a lot of questions. I know probably like there's probably a lot of women who'd be kicking and screaming, but I think they can't. It's a drug. It's like men with porn. I think it's just too apparent that women are just, and it just ruins their life. They just can't. They just will not want to have a family because they just live off the dopamine of just like randos giving them likes and attention, and that just means they just don't want to have kids. They don't want to do that. They're just gonna like live on their deathbed, just drinking box wine and having cats. And it's like, I've got no problem with that, but I think they do, because I think again the other thing that the psychologists are learning is that men can handle being alone. Like, men can be lone wolves. Women can't really, because they need validation. Men don't. Men want peace. Women want validation. So that's why like every time you've got a woman at work, you have to like say hi to them, and you go like every time they do any work, you gotta clap and say how good it is. Like, men just don't give a fuck.
Now, guys, we were covering this a couple weeks ago. Hassan's really mad that his China trip...
China! I mean, he did make that joke. He wasn't... Alright, old man. Ooh. He's gonna burn me, dude. Ooh, that's hot.
That's gone viral on social media. All the clips that went viral were making fun of him. So now Ethan's put out a...
Yeah, it's just funny because I think Hassan wanted to go into shit. He wanted to go into He wanted to go into China, and I think he was expecting to get like the fanfare that IShowSpeed got. And I'll be honest with you, I'm very surprised he actually did even get the fanfare. And even I'm confused about that compared to like Hassan, because I'm just thinking like, how the fucking Chinese, is it literally, because I think the Chinese are pretty racist. I don't think I don't think they care about black people. They all respect black people that much. So I was like wondering if it's like, is it just like what do you call it? Like sort of just an amusement thing. They're just like fascinated. It's like a black guy, which I thought maybe it could be. Because what I think my difference being is that, so like Hassan is, I just don't think, well, he's not as big as Aisha Speed anyway, but also I think he's probably like known as being like affiliated with Muslims. Whether he wants to try and people want to spin that narrative that he's not, he is. He's clearly like some kind of like, and China, and this is the bit which I don't know why people aren't talking about this more. About just because it's just no point, because everything he's saying is just a lie. It's just, how can I trust anything this fucker's saying? Why am I even going to bother? It's like me even wasting my time is like probably him winning. So all you can do is just at that point, if you're just dealing with someone like that, there's no point. There's no point even talking to them. You just can't trust anything they're going to say. I don't even care what his opinion is. I don't care what he thinks about me. And it's just, that's it. Because if you know someone is just going to lie, and again, I do lie, but I just think, like, again, if I'm going in an argument of good faith like that, there's no point. But I will just lie in, like, comedy and just wind people up. And I don't think there's anything wrong with admitting that. Because it's just, always look really carefully at the people who say they never lie. Or they don't lie. Because it's just not true. I'm just even being autistic.
40-minute conversation with a girl with a microphone, going over some of the funniest moments from that, some of the best stuff here. So we're going to be taking a look at it right about now.
Dick Oreo. Dick Oreo.
Send me an email.
Friends of the show.
Dick Oreo.
Ethan went all the way to Guam, girl with a microphone for this drama.
Cover, you know her. She's finally here. It's girl with a microphone.
Turn up the mic.
Kate.
Yeah, she's got like a classic like Jew like woman like face. I know that sounds very like well I'm not gonna say. But... I hate that move. I hate. I'm doing this fine. I'll say too. Because it's better to like take the hit now when he's in his like most basic move. One, that is insane. One. One.
Full dots immediately.
Yikes.
Full dots. That's crazy.
Oh god.
Really interesting presentation for us.
Oh, okay.
That has to do with
Jesus Christ, thank you.
really interesting presentation for us.
Also, new season Fortnite's out. Use code Diorio on the item shop. It's my first game. We're gonna lose. Let's go.
That has to do.
Two modes in China. Full defense of every Chinese practice that would be considered bad, and the other one was complaining about the streamer awards and not getting nominated because AT&T has blackballed him.
But as a gay woman, as a queer person,
See, so she's lucky because she's Jewish and gay. So you really get like her opinion means a lot more than mine. So this is how it works. So for example, because she's a woman. So like for someone like me, my opinion doesn't mean anything. Even though like I'm the rarest, well she is probably rarest because she's Jewish. But well I guess that nullifies my point. But but yeah, that's kind of how it works now. It's like I'm like I've got like no handicap because I'm just straight and white. So for me, it's like I have the best life ever. Apparently, everything's just laid out for me. It's it's just so easy being me. It's not like everyone's got that chip on their shoulder, so they make it their like, mission to just make sure we are all just like just be as nasty to us as possible because everyone except you is gonna be nasty to them, right? So, no, it just ends up everyone just ends up just fucking hating us. It's like I'm sorry that we built the fucking planet for you guys. I'm sorry you're a bit butthurt because a black guy didn't make all the big things in the world. Oh shit. Oh shit. What? I don't believe it.
General who has been
Don't fucking
lighting
believe
grenades
it.
in the base since I came out in high school. I felt like he was stepping into something he doesn't know anything about.
Now, we covered this. What she's talking about here is that Hassan Piker was, like, confidently proclaiming that the Chinese government didn't force Apple to take gay dating apps off of this thing, despite the fact that he was pulling up articles...
I'm surprised they even fucking use Apple there.
Mainstream news...
I mean, I know Hong Kong's a weird one, but I remember being in Hong Kong and went to the Apple store there. They had a massive one by Victoria Bay. Oh, great. It's surprising my internet just starts to just go down. Isn't that really interesting? Just as I'm talking about really interesting stuff, just starts to fuck out a little bit, doesn't it? It's just... It's probably because I shoot speeds on TV. Yeah, so I mean, it's just apparent. I know what's happening. Well, I don't, but I do. Well, I do. Ding. Yep. So not long till Christmas. Not long to Christmas. And a happy new year. So let's have a good one. Jesus. Just gotta make sure I clean that, right? I'm gonna be like Casey Tron with her bong. Us men can handle our bongs, hits on the bong. It's not for pussy women to do. And I also, can you get, I think you can call women pussies. I think just by general they are. Like, what? If I don't call a woman a pussy, like, what does that even mean? What, she wants to be masculine?
So it was, like, really bizarre.
And it felt like my people in China were being used.
It'd be like, a woman being like, oh, input is just so manly. I was like, oh, well, thank you. It's just so manly, I just hate it. It just acts like such a bloke. Yeah, that's it. What? So his, like, he used it first, but it was like, his transformation was just, it was like the slower version of it. Ooh. That was cool. Oh. Yeah, he goes like hollow form when he's like transforms. So good. Now I need to go away. Need to go full male. Need to go full male alchemist. Yeah. Ooh. Take it.
As like a pawn or a prop for his narrative, and so that that really chapped my ass, and so I started looking into it more.
Big Bang
The
Kamehameha.
actual truth
That's
about,
cool. That was a cool
the
show.
LGBTQ experience in China.
Now, this whole thing got sparked, I
Shit.
remember, because
I'll
someone
die
in
now.
China, and there's a
So basically, I'll die if I get killed by that. This is why it's so hard. Oh, shit. Oh yeah. Ah. Okay. Oh shit. No. Come on, you little shit. No, I lost my hollow mask. I won. See what I mean? Why is the video just not coming back? The video's just not coming back.
Yeah,
So what's happening?
Exactly what we're talking about here right off the bat.
So what's happening?
I mean, the clip is truly bizarre.
That's bullshit.
What's
You're buying
happening?
into propaganda, and it was, of course, true.
Hey Google, what are some fun things to do on Takatomi Island? Rent a bicycle and explore the island.
Yeah, it's magic. It's just magic. It just breaks.